Hello, everybody, and welcome to the reading for Libra for July 2019. That's right, Libra, in the season of Cancer. How you doing out there, Libra? And for everybody that's watching, Sun, Moon, Venus, Pluto, right? General readings, take what applies, kick the rest to the curb. No matter why you're here at this moment in space and time, thank you for being here at this moment in space of time for this July tarot reading for the sign of Libra. Libra, eclipses, moons, polarity, all this stuff going on in the Cancer season, Neptune retrograde even, it's going to serve you well. Things are serving you. It's like you've been handed a little bit of a gift here, even if it's not seeming that way right now. Just wait for the next 3 weeks. You're going to find things opening up. You're going to see yourself seeing through things. And Libra, you foodies, what's up? I love when I tap into Libra energy for the appreciation that you guys have through your senses. It smells good, tastes good. Enjoy it, please. Let's share it. All that good stuff coming into play. Okay, Libra, without further ado, I'm going to cut your cards now. Been shuffled, well shuffled. Just giving them one last mix up while we say hello. And then we'll get them shuffled. We'll get them cut. And as always, on this channel, I want to wish everybody the best in peace, love, prosperity, bliss, abundance, joy, happiness, and health in all things. Okay, Libra, let's going to see what the month of July and the Cancer season is going to play out for you here too. Okay, nice. You guys are freeing yourselves up a little bit, okay? There's a lot going on here, a lot going on. All right, let's start with the nitty-gritty, okay? This is the card, the star in reverse. This is for Libra to know. It's like on certain projects, certain goals, this is walking before or crawling before learning to run. You may find that smaller steps, smaller increments, like chunking as it were, I'm just going to do a little bit each day, is actually going to be serving you better than trying to like take on too much or become worried about the fullness of like an entire experience or project or the work or the things that need to sustain your energy are going to take like a little bit every day is serving Libra best at this point in time, okay, with that big energy. I got a lot of mirrored energies up for you. It was funny. It was happening on the other readings because, we've got this thing with the moon's nodes and the tropics of the planet Earth. There's a reason they're named the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. But don't worry, Libra, it's serving you well. This Two of Pentacles it's not always favorable, but for you in this situation, it is. This is about you having and equating into nice, harmonious work-life balance, okay? Work-life cycles, the time that you're taking, and even resources beginning to free up. All right. And that's a nice energy to see here. It's also saying take this time. If you've been evaluating on like how to directly invest into your own idea, actually take some of your, if you have a rainy day fund or some of your paycheck and start investing it into the growth of your projects. Okay. Because Two of Pentacles is favorable. These ships are nearly at shore here. It's just a little bit rocky right now. But the captain of the ship sees the guy doing the dance on the shore. They're like, let's meet up over there at the lighthouse and we'll get this figured out. It's a good time. Purchasing, market value, purging, things like that, bigger sales, cars, houses, things like that. Be patient. And it may take some creative thinking if there's something that you want to like get out there or sell or promote. This is creative and a favorable time for Libras in those professions as well. Okay. Right here though, but be good to yourself. Remember, I want to go into full dad mode or grandma mode here, Libra, in this foodies thing, like this appreciation. It's like we have to make sure, like, if you're feeling at all emotional here, that you're like making sure that you're staying and remaining grounded. The Queen of Wands reverses can be like a really like windswept fire that has a tendency to like, make you pull away or push away when you don't want to, maybe desiring a stronger connection in your life, but finding it tough to do that. No matter how much you put in on your end, it just doesn't seem to improve or make any progress. But remember, star card reversed up here as well. It's letting you know, just do it in smaller chunks. Do what you can and allow that to be your enough without carrying worry into the next day and into the next day and into the next day, because that's kind of like what gives birthplace to the anxiety, right? That little black cat's there up all upside down as well. So we need to be on guard, through the month, especially when other people projecting onto you or unsupportive people in your environment that like you can't really enact your willpower to do anything about them because perhaps they're there for a reason, or perhaps you're just like kind of gritting through it or getting through it, right? You may have 7 beautiful people in your environment each day, but that one person comes along and it just rubs you the wrong way. It's that annoying sound that goes off in the back and you're like, stop that right now, whether they're clicking their pen or by, gritting their teeth or whatever it might be. Okay. And this is saying for those Libras out there that are dealing with romance, heartfelt situations, and they've been weighing heavily on your mind, this is my reminder. This is saying like it is always darkest beyond the dawn, before the dawn. See that though? Look at that sort of ecliptical view of the stars, of the space. They're all contained there in this card. At the time of the eclipse, I would really like you guys to actually pull these swords out, make the intention to be like, I am better than my circumstance. I'm better than my conditioned thinking. I deserve more than what, life might have handed to you thus far. And you do it from a place of beauty and benevolence so that you actually get into this area and we can finish down these old mental cycles, because the heart energy is asking for a clearing, but the mind, Libra, it's not letting go. It's not releasing it. It's not sending it. Okay. But it's okay. This polarity is helping you guys. It is all good. See how she's got her hand out there? She's like, hold on, future me, better me. I just have to make sure that I love this thing. I nurture this thing to its fullest. The Queen of Wands is up here. You guys actually, some of you might be feeling like your time of supporting another is done. You're just over it. And you're actually taking a turn, but you're having to do it slowly. And it might be like some painful small steps at first. But through this month, look for these things to gain momentum, the places where you want to go, the things that you want to do, the strength that you know that you need in order to be able to handle the energies around you. So you don't get stuck, you don't get overwhelmed, things of that nature. Because we definitely need to keep emotions in check, especially when it seems, Libra, there's so many mental triggers that are setting these emotional reactions off. So you might just actually need to turn and walk. You see all this, she's traditionally a nurturer, this Queen of Wands, but here in this Strength card, it's like, you know what? We can only help others when we ourselves have taken care of our needs, our health, our happiness. Okay, that sort of thing. And you're doing it well through spirit. Good job. I have no worries. 8 of these 10 swords are already transmuted. They cancel each other out in this situation. You are freeing yourself up. You're starting to see the bigger picture, and you're starting to liberate yourself from previously self-imposed limitations that also came through the mind. Lots of swords up here in your reading. Okay, but don't worry. This is kind of like the mental crumbling of, the past 6-7 months, even, maybe for some of you, even stretching back for a year now. Okay. And if you need to take time away from people that are always kind of begging to hang out with you or always asking to hang out with you, there's no worry about doing it in a very assertive manner. You don't want to encourage any weird karma or enable any passive aggressive behavior either in yourself or in others. Okay, you want to make sure that you're avoiding harbored feelings, and by harbored I mean not starboard side, harbor. We're not pulling into the harbor. We're keeping them in. We're keeping them in. That's what I mean by that. We don't want to engage in that or allow for that at this time, because that's what Source is saying. For some Libras, it's like an actual, you're clearing up and your mental purging that's going to be going on this month. This is actually, and the way the heart is feeling attached to all this may be a time for you actually to get your sword out. You're an air sign, okay? Get the sword out. The main one, the first one, is your truth, right? And then you can just sort of decide okay, it's maybe the time to cut the bond rather than nurture for everybody's health, for overall health. Okay. So it's a big message in that for some Libras, and for most Libras, what Innate brought forward, don't worry about it. You're going to be feeling quite balanced, quite grounded through the month, and it's going to be quite all right. So thank you, Kimchi and Tati. I see you there in the chat. Thanks so much for jamming out for the Libra reading. We're just going to pull Libra one more oracle card for the Libras that have made it this far, and we'll get one more message out for today. Okay. All right. So you've pulled the receiving end of this, right? This is about a return to self-nurture. At times it can be very hard for you, Libra. There is this sort of giving, benefit of the doubt, always like being willing to help. You guys are like so helpful in all relationships and all things, to the point where it can sometimes like run you a little bit thin, run you down a little bit. Make sure that we had that reversal on that. And even in your grounding work with the reversal on the star card, start setting the intentions and start beginning to maybe like streamline your diet or find out what is working best for you, kind of what you're eating versus how your body is reacting. Even if it's something that's tried and true, you may want to go back and revisit and say, is it this thing? Am I having too much of this thing? If sort of this pursuit of health is very, very heightened for you as well, it might be time to really like be careful on, what, like I said before, the emotional eating, what we're taking in. You have a divine appreciation through your senses. So sometimes that can get a little bit out of control. So we're just kind of keeping that in check. And it's hard because it's a festive time. Your reading's actually happening on the solstice, Libra. So thanks all for being here, for coming to hang out. And Steve, welcome. Silver Swan, welcome to the Libra reading. You guys, these are the short readings for the monthlies for the signs. So I'm going to end the video because all the Libras that are watching later, that this video was for you. And to those that are in the chat room, some programming notes. I'm going to be doing 2 more monthlies. Scorpio and Sagittarius are coming up this afternoon. And then as we move into the evening, of course, it's Friday night on the summer solstice, and our summer solstice jamboree, we're going to be doing the midnight special. Okay. And we'll be into some moderator and friends appreciation night style readings tonight. So please do join us for that. I don't have a time, but stay tuned, everyone. Tune in, tune on, turn on. Thanks again. And if you're new here watching this, you ever want to vibe out with the people I'm chatting with, feel free to hit the dingers and the buttons before you go, and you can come and get maybe a mini personal reading, stuff like that. We have a lot of fun. Okay. All right. Okay.